Hey everybody, what's up? I'm your girl Too Deep and you are tuned in for day 2 of 30/30/2017. I know I said I was gonna do one every day, but yesterday was the first. Hope you didn't think I was gonna put something up on April Fool's. Gotcha. So now that we're back into the routine of things, I wanted to make sure that I get as many to you as I possibly can. My schedule is very hectic and very busy, so please know that my heart is in the right place to try to do 30 of these, but time may get away from me. But that doesn't mean that I don't love you and I'm not thinking about you. But enough about me. We're about to get into 30/30. Now, today's tip for writing a poem for today, I will tell you that you need to write a number poem. And I'm going to suggest this as your second, because you should have written yesterday, as your second choice, because I'm going to refer back to this number poem several times throughout the month. This will be your safety net for if you ever get stuck on anything. Now, the way that this is going to work is I want you to write a list of 1 through 20. Put a person's name beside each one of those numbers. Think long and hard. Don't just put anyone's name in it. Like I may put my dog. Do you hear him? If he goes missing through this recording, please don't call PETA on me. But write the names of 20 people. Think long and hard about the 20 people. Make it people that it conjures like an emotional feeling when you think of what you could potentially say to them, right? So make it a past lover, make it an ex-best friend, make it your crush that you never had the chance to tell was your crush. Let it be someone that you're thinking about in the future, your current crush. Let it be an emotional, like reaction, because those are going to be the poems that are going to get the best out of you. Because if you have to dig deep to make something happen, then it's going to come across fake, and we all know I don't do fake, boo-boo. So with that being said, now you have your 20 people. Now write what you would say to them beside it. Minimum of 1 line, maximum of 2. Write 2 sentences or 1 sentence beside each person's name. Now, erase the name. You now have a number poem. Think of maybe a potential of 2 to 5 sentences that you could put before you start saying your number poem. Look at what each one of those lines are saying and see if you can find a common theme. Do they have something to do with your heart? Do they have something to do with your time? Does each person have something to do with where you were in a particular time in your life? Figure out what a common theme is and then give in a couple of stanzas of lead-in lines to each one of those people. Now that you've said exactly what you want to say, then I need you to go in and just look at each one of those lines and make sure that those are the ones that you really, 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 really want in this line. And I'm going to give you some rules. These are the 2 deep rules of poetry. Da, 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 da. I'm going to come up with theme music later. But rule number 1, much like this video, don't edit your stuff. Yeah, I said it. And what? I don't care how many workshops you go to. You are now killing and bastardizing your poem. You're remaking your poem. It is not the poem that you thought when you first did it. Every single one of my poems you have ever seen me do was the rough and only draft, because that is the moment that I knew exactly how I felt about the topic that I was writing about, and I let it be. We live in a selfie society where we take 3,000 photos and we put up the one that is the best. I say take the first one and let people see the real you. Boom. Rule number 2, keep it short. This is the only time that I will say size does matter. I'm just lying. That is not the only time that I'm going to say that. But size does matter. The length of your poem is seriously going to be the death of you. Trust me, if you can't say what you want to say in 2.5 minutes or less, you are just talking because you want to hear yourself talk. Keep it short. Trust me, the longer your poem, we're not going to get off. This is the only time something short will actually get a reaction out of me. Was that TMI? Anywho, rule number 3. Please, 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 please make sure that it is something that you actually know about. I hate it when I see people do poems from a different perspective and they have absolutely no perspective of the perspective in which they are mocking or trying to interpret. Please let it be something that you are absolutely in tune with. It will show. My whole mission with this whole 30-30 challenge this year is to make sure that other people are writing authentic poems. If we stick to things that we have a connection to, it will come across in our poetry. And hopefully we will eventually eradicate whack-ass poets. Yeah, I said it. You probably looking at this right now, you old whack-ass poet. Yeah, so back to that. So I think this is rule number 4. I lost count. Remember, I'm not editing. So rule number 4, if nothing else fails, write. Write, write, write. You don't have to write these long 3-minute poems. If all you get is a couple of stanzas, that's all that poem was supposed to be. It is okay. Everyone does not have to live by slam poet rules, with the exception of length, because sometimes your mind just needs to put out 140 characters, and that's cool. We live in a society where if you can get your point across in 140 characters, you are doing the damn thing. So just remember, shorter is always better than longer in these particular performances. Also, rule number 5, use this as a time to start looking at your next year competitions. Are you headed to WAPs? Are you headed to iWhips? Are you looking for National Poetry Slam? Look at these particular things and start asking yourself, are these the topics that you think could get you to final stage? If you are a competitive poet. If not, and you're just writing for fun, these rules don't even freaking matter. Just have fun and write. So, with that being said, rule number 6, have fun. And hopefully, you'll see me again tomorrow. So, I'm signing off to go kill the dog. So, you have a great National Poetry Month.